I've been playing F-style instruments since I started playing the guitar. They're some of my all-time favorite designs, and I've been really open-minded with trying out different brands and seeing their takes on the models. But until today, the most obvious one, G&L, is not one that I've given a proper run through, and I thought, what better way to do this than to check out one of their brand new models. This is the 2025 G&L Fullerton Standard ASAT Classic Alnico. Technically speaking, this video is sponsored, but it's not sponsored by G&L, and they don't know that I'm making this, nor do I get to keep this guitar. The people who made this video possible are one of the best online retailers in the United States of America, and that would be Zounds. They let me pick this thing out, they sent it over for me to try out and to make videos for you guys, and perhaps give you a little bit more interest in the model that I haven't seen anybody else really cover. And Zounds have been awesome to me, not just in the sense that we're doing this whole collaboration stuff for YouTube, but as a customer myself, I've just been really satisfied with everything that I've gotten from them, and I haven't had to send a single thing back because it's exactly as advertised and it comes in really great shape. So I'd highly recommend, if you want to check them out down below, whether it's a set of strings, an amplifier, a pedal, or brand new guitar, use the link there, show some support. But let's get talking to this guitar because it's kind of an interesting thing. It looks really standard and kind of technically just like another T-style, but it does have a few unique things about it. First being the finish itself. It's a satin silver metallic frost on an alder body, so this will wear very nicely over time. And I know a lot of people like getting guitars that look pristine at first, but they'll wear well. This sort of finish will absolutely wear well into that. Another thing that I really like about this guitar is you do have the box steel bridge, but you have individual saddles per string compared to the typical vintage setup where you're getting 3 saddles for all 6 strings. That allows you to really dial in your intonation perfectly. The pickups and the electronics on this guitar follow the classic recipe. G&L Alnico pickups hooked up to a 3-way selector switch, 1 master volume, and 1 master tone. The neck on this guitar is made of hard rock maple. It's got a satin finish on the back of it, and the profile is a modern classic. I took calipers and measured at the 1st and the 12th fret, 0.82 at the 1st fret, 0.86 at the 12th fret. So it's not going to give you a kind of huge taper like some other guitars, but if you like a slimmer neck profile, this is a really fast playing neck. Got 22 medium jumbo frets on a rosewood fingerboard with a 9.5-inch radius, a bone nut, truss rod access at the top of the headstock here, and then the G&L sealed tuners. And finally, this guitar is made in Fullerton, California. It comes with the gig bag, and the price is outstanding compared to a lot of the competition. $1299.99. But all the specs, all the prices, all those sorts of things only mean so much. What it's really about is how does the guitar play, how does it feel to play, and how does it sound. Let's go ahead and do the sound demonstrations. We're only going to be using one amplifier for today, the Dr. Z Z Plus combo. We're going to mic it up with the SM57, and we're only going to be using one pedal for this demonstration. The Brown Amplification Protein. This guitar sounded pretty much exactly how I expected it to, and that's a really good thing. It sounds like an awesome T-style instrument, but what really stood out to me sound-wise was the neck pickup. I kind of always assumed that of the two, the bridge is always going to be the star of the show, but the neck pickup sounds so good on this guitar, and especially when I had a little bit of gain on it, it definitely maintained a lot of clarity and a little bit more high-end than I'm used to. One thing that I noticed and I really liked about this guitar, because it shows they paid attention to the small details, when I sat and I actually played with this guitar for an extended period of time, everything feels really solid. Every connection is tight. There's nothing loose about the guitar. Nothing feels cheap. And although the price compared to most other American guitars is definitely on the lower end of the spectrum, I don't get that playing experience. It feels like I am playing a really nice guitar, because I am. The other thing that jumped out to me the longer I played this was the fact that it felt different from every other T-style that I have, and I couldn't put my finger on what it was. It just felt like maybe it was a tiny bit smaller, but proportionally it looked right. It wasn't until I put the guitar in the rack and I saw it right back to back with one of my Fender Telecasters, and I said, yeah, it absolutely is smaller. The body on this is thinner than on a typical Fender Tele. Now, the average person is probably never going to notice the difference, and in a lot of cases, they might prefer it because there's less wood, meaning they're able to keep the weights down on these a little bit more. But to me, it also confirmed that I play way too many T-style instruments. This is a really fun guitar to play, and it kind of debunks this whole thing that I keep reading on the internet about American guitars are too expensive, and that's why we're always buying the import branded ones. But the fact that this one isn't that much more expensive than some of the competition that is charging a premium for their import models, and this one's made in the United States of America, I think that this is something a lot more people should pay attention to, because again, this feels like a really high quality product, because it is. Thank you to Zalance for letting me borrow this guitar. You will be seeing this again in a future video, because I happen to have one of those aforementioned popular import guitars that I'm going to shoot this one out against at a later date. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know in the comments section down below, but I appreciate your time and hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it easy, everybody.